Trump 2020 senior campaign advisor. Nice to see you, Katrina.
Great to be here. Thank you.
All right, so I want to put up a map right now. Escondido Council voting to join this lawsuit. This is the 5th California area to fight back against the law, with at least 8 other areas that are considering taking action. And Katrina, you look at this, and it's the areas that are down on the border that are really concerned, the areas in San Diego.
Right.
Do you see this as just the beginning of an anti-sanctuary movement across the state?
Oh, absolutely. This is definitely just the beginning. You have a governor that has gone unchecked. The Brown regime has been doing a lot of things that are hurting Americans in the state of California. This is a very interesting topic simply because this was one of the issues that really projected President Trump's candidacy across the country. And now they're going to take on the federal government in a losing battle that the effects are going to ripple across the country. And that in of itself makes it good when addressing the sanctuary status. But this also gives an opportunity for many people who live in the state of California who felt like they didn't have a voice before, now have an opportunity to be more engaged in the political process, because Governor Brown has now essentially issued an order telling law enforcement and local leaders to usurp federal law and put their own communities at risk. At some point, this is going to be addressed.
Well, in the meantime, California's Attorney General Xavier Becerra has threatened the sheriff's office with possible arrest for violating the state law. So should local law enforcement fear retaliation?
Well, they should, but I'm not sure that they do. As I said, I do think that this is the beginning of a much larger movement across the state of California. When you have 135,000 homeless people, many who are sleeping in the streets, when you have an African-American population of around 6% and about 30% of the prison population is black, there's a lot of families wondering where their catch and release program is for their children, wondering where the resources are going when there's so many homeless people. And now this law pushes tax dollars to aid and abet criminals who are seeking sanctuary in this state. It's time for people in California to rise up and fix this problem in their local government as well as their state government.
I want to turn to this now, because more than 1 million illegal immigrants have obtained a California driver's license, according to the California DMV. Where do you stand on that issue? Because there's the question of safety. Do you want people who are driving anyway to have to be tested, have to get driver's licenses, versus the issue of should illegals have driver's licenses at all?
Well, you're not a citizen, which means you shouldn't have residence in this state and therefore not receiving a driver's license. But that's just a smaller piece of the problem in states that do things like this. These are magnets. This is why people come across the border to take jobs from Americans, to work at a cheaper wage. But this is also in-state tuition for illegal aliens. This is also a state that gives free health care. Again, you're talking about using tax dollars to benefit illegal aliens, many of whom are criminals, and this law protects them, puts citizens and legal residents at risk. And that is why you see such heated exchanges in these public commentaries in these cities. This is definitely just the beginning, and I believe it's going to spread like wildfire, as it should. And there are so many other Americans like myself, who's from a border state of Texas, who will 100% be behind them and support them, because it is those border states that get the hardest when it comes to illegal immigration.
Well, it is certainly getting people up in arms right now. Thank you, Katrina. It's nice to see you.
Great to be here.